The origins of tennis can be traced back several centuries ago. Its history can be traced back to France in the 12th century. It was a different game. Originally, the ball was struck with the palm of the hand and called jeu de paume, a French term meaning palm game. It was popular among monks and monarchs, played during social events and ceremonies. The first club in Leamington Spa, England was founded in 1872 by Harry Gam, Guido Pereira, and two local doctors. It was not until 1873 when Major Walter Clopton Wingfield created and patented a similar game called lawn tennis that we can call today's modern tennis. In 1881, the first U.S. National Championship was held, the forerunner to the U.S. Open. In 1887, women were allowed to participate for the first time, and in 1896, it became a core Olympic sport. The International Lawn Tennis Federation, ILTF, was founded in 1913, but the name was shortened to just International Tennis Federation, ITF, in 1977. By 1968, there were 4 major tournaments, one in the US, England, Australia, and France. At this point, tennis had conclusively become the sport that players and fans across the globe know and cherish.
Our subject consists of the serve in the sport of tennis. The serve is traditionally done over the head as a smash hit down into the service box. This gives the ball much more speed since you're placing your whole body weight on the racket. The main mechanics can be summarized as follows. First, vertical distance is calculated by subtracting the initial position from the final position. The final answer will be the height of the ball thrown. Secondly, the velocity of the throw is calculated by subtracting the initial velocity from the final velocity. Third, at the top of the throw, the velocity final will be 0. Fourth, at the top of the throw, the ball is struck with the racket. Here, the initial velocity of the hit is calculated. Next, the ball has applied force exerted horizontally upon it, and the force of gravity vertically, thus giving it projectile motion. Next, the ball should be hit around 118 degrees in a downward shot, compared to a 90 degrees, which would be completely straight. Finally, the ball will move in projectile motion over to the net and land in the service box. This process will be our main focus throughout our report. This is mainly how to find the velocity of a serve once you have the distance and the time.
Basically, the serve consists of the velocity you place on it, the time it takes from the impact to the sweet spot of the service box, the distance from it, and the height of the player and the height of the actual net. The important thing here is that we, through our project, learn how to find the velocity by calculating the time, the distance, and the height of the person serving, the distance from the box, and the time it took to get there. That way we could calculate the velocity that you need to make it in at approximately 118 degrees. What's very important here is that using those measurements, anybody can take our data and analyze it themselves and use it in their own situations by using simple ratios. Or in other words, the original height of the player, or Gabriel, divided by the new height of the player, multiplied by the original distance from the sweet spot, times the new distance. If you do that, by using the same velocity I use, you should make it.